I built a plasma gun! They shall not stop us! I'm about to teach you guys how to build a plasma fuck. My name's Boy Genius, and I'm about to explain to you guys how to build a plasma gun. Yes, we're doing some crazy shits. Hopefully I don't go to jail. Before we begin, I must say, I am not liable for any of the fuckery that you guys are gonna do with this plasma gun. Please, don't be shooting up no random peoples. Don't be shooting up no schools. And most importantly, don't shoot. Jesus Christ. Please don't shoot yourself. And don't you worry, Henry. I already checked. This is technically legal. As long as I make sure that I explain that these people shouldn't, fucking murk people. Please don't become mass murderers out here. I'm giving you guys technology. I'm trusting you with responsibility. Don't be on no evil shits. And if you are on evil shit, I'm just not liable. Either way, let's get this shit started. The fuck was that? Okay. This is the plasma engine, but we're not working with the plasma engine, so we're gonna need the blueprints for the plasma gun because you guys want to learn how to build a plasma gun. So where's the blueprints? It's gonna be right there. Yes, totally amazing edit, and that shit wasn't janky as fuck. Hopefully. Alrighty then, there's going to be a lot when it comes to the blueprint of the plasma engine. I know you're looking at it like, what's the fuck am I looking at? I promise you it's not that bad. It's not that complicated. Most of this is just the foundation of this plasma engine placed into here and then manipulated in a very specific way to give you your plasma gun effect that you're looking for. And then I have created some pellets that are remote control so they can blow up and, blow up people in the body so they just explode into chunks. I designed that. And for all you people saying, why would you design weapons? Why would you do that? Did you not listen to Tony Stark? Listen, I told you, I'm an anti-hero. I don't want to give a flying I'm going to create the weapons for me and my peoples. Everyone else is going to just have to take the beating that we're going to give y'all. I'm not sharing this technology, and I'm just sharing the foundation of it, but I'm not sharing, like, the end game technology. This is foundational shit when it comes to plasma shit. This is shit that we would give to kids where I'm from. No. This is not no end game shit. I promise you. I can create antimatter guns. I'm talking about guns that will literally turn you into pure light. You just cease to exist. I can make that. This shit is nothing right now. But let's get into this plasma engine setup. How does this shit necessarily work? Because if you can understand the blueprint, it'll get really easy to understand looking at it when I show you guys the gun. Well, technically, I don't have the gun built, actually. I just have a torch. I have a torch. Did you not get that in the first portion of the video? It was in edits. It wasn't real. But for your plasma engine to basically work, you need the entirety of your plasma engine to basically fit inside of a gun. You're going to have your fuel chamber, which is going to have 2 electrodes and a battery. That's going to come with a boost converter as well because you want high voltage. This is going to give a lot of kinetic energy to your protons. Right here is going to be your oxygen that's going to be leaving your system, and you're going to have an electromagnet or some type of magnetic field that's going to be pushing your protons away. Now your oxygen is going to be able to go through because the oxygen is a neutral atom. Again, if you're confused about any of this, take your black ass to my other videos where I'm describing how to build a plasma engine. And I'm literally showing you. Go and learn that before you come here. Because you're just going to get lost and you're probably going to blow yourself up if you try to build this shit. And I don't need to see a bunch of kids' guts all over the fucking internet. I'm going to get in trouble and I don't feel like dealing with all that publicity bullshit. I need you guys to be responsible. So please go learn the beginning foundation of how to build the plasma engine before we continue. I'm not going to say this warning again. You will lose an eyeball and possibly a couple fingers. Shit, motherfucker, you might lose your life. Yo, don't do nothing crazy. This is insane voltages that we're working with and high energy particles. Either way, your protons are going to escape into the system where you're going to have your magnetic wave induction motor spinning really fast, and it's going to spin your system. That is then going to leave and then be concentrated by this electromagnet that is also going to be spinning, holy fucking stutter, and that is going to stabilize your beam even more. But not only is it going to stabilize you, but if you run enough currents through this electromagnet and place it into the Hallback array, the magnetic field will basically follow all the way towards the direction of your choice. Not only does this allow you to have some pinpoint accuracy, but it takes this to a new fucking extreme. Because imagine if you have enough energy into those electromagnets, theoretically, you'll be able to create a magnetic field pointing directly to your target from hundreds of feet away. And remember, we're talking about extremely high currents, like really high. This requires superconducting coils to be able to even do this shit in extreme amount of energy. You probably would want to have some type of fusion reactor powering the entirety of your plasma gun, but you don't need to have that. You can just use basic ass batteries. I was about to stutter again. You guys are not going to catch me no more. But you can use basically just regular schmegler ass batteries and a boost converter setup that will just take like a 12 volts and turn it up to hundreds of thousands of volts. That is more than enough, let alone 10,000 volts is more than enough to basically turn enough kinetic energy into your, or place enough kinetic energy into your particle system to create some decent amount of plasma beams. And these aren't like the fake shit that you see online with the little fire boom boom type shit. No, we're talking about legitimate plasma. We're talking about real Tony Stark type shits. This shit will not just melt through metal. This shit will melt through really actively anything. Please be careful if you're building this. But just like that, you have yourself a plasma gun. Super fucking easy, doesn't require anything crazy, and you can basically place water into your system and have a high-powered energy fucking gun. Like, that is insane to me. How's that not insane to you? You can literally take your tap water and turn that into a fucking death weapon if you have a plasma gun setup. That is insane. These are death lasers, bro. These are death lasers. Now, here's the gun that I basically modeled it after, and I'm about to show you really fast where it would be when it comes to placement. I know you guys can basically see it really fast, but just really quick, your fuel chamber is going to be right inside here. This is going to lead upwards where you're going to have your magnetic wave induction motor inside and your circuit circling around. As your magnetic wave induction motor circles really fucking fast, that is going to spin your fueling. I forgot about one important feature. It's this right here, and I know this shit just looks like a fucking branch system or it looks like blood vessels, but this right here is going to basically be the reason that you can actually have beams rather than just one long beam. If you were paying attention to my other videos, you understand that the way that we concentrate our plasma is going to be using coils. These coils are going to be perpendicular to the path in which our plasma is traveling at. This is going to ensure a magnetic field pointing inwards at all sides to ensure a concentration, basically a force like gravity. Like gravity. It isn't gravity, but it's similar because it's coming from multiple directions. Well, technically only 4 directions rather than the 6. But we don't want to slow it down or stop it or speed it up necessarily in this setup, but you can do this by just angling your coils. But this is because of the magnetic fields are helping guide our plasma. Well, if you want to change the direction of your plasma, how would we do that? By just taking these coils and turning them on or off. Kind of like if you had a train, for example, and you wanted to change the tracks. Basically, just got to send some type of current either to this portion of your coil or this portion of your coil, and that is going to tell the fuel to or plasma to either go this way or that way. And just ensure that if you're going this way, this is off, and if you're going this way, this is off, because you don't want it to get stuck in the middle and just hit everything. You want it to follow a path. All right, now back to this. You basically have it spinning really fast, and now you understand how to shoot it off and create your beams, and that is going to be based off the specific speed in which you change the direction of your plasma. The faster you do it, the faster your beams are going to be looking. But either way, there it is, your plasma gun. Good shit, guys. But there's more. These are our pellets, and these are going to be remote-controlled bombs. Basically, these bombs are going to have all this oxygen that is leaving the system recycled into these miniature-sized pellets, or you can already place the oxygen into the pellets, and it's going to have a basic circuit. This circuit is going to have a battery, a transistor, it's going to have your boost converter setup, and a Bluetooth module, and a spark gap. The battery is going to allow for the energy to go through, hit the transistor whenever a Bluetooth module gets a signal from either you through your mind, aka an EEG helmet, right here. You can have an EEG helmet that basically just takes your brain waves and can send it out as a signal using a transceiver. This will basically send a signal using electromagnetic radiation, aka light, to this module, which will then take that info, send it to the batteries to send currents over to this as well, which will then send energy to the boost converter, up the voltage to thousands upon thousands of volts, hit the spark gap, and make everything go boom, because this is going to open up, aka your pellets. So as your pellet opens up, your oxygen is going to interact with the plasma that is going to be flowing around it, because you're going to be shooting your pellet with your plasma. Boom, bam, plow, you have remote control bombs. Hey, you want to build a plasma engine? No, I mean like a legitimate plasma engine. The best engine.
see how fast you can really go. Your twos.
Where are my goggles? I haven't had them on this whole time. I'm low-key embarrassing myself by repeating everything you're asking out loud instead of whispering.
Stop! Huh?
Hey, it's me, Boy Genius. Don't you worry. This is just a transition point. You know, gotta replace all the props back into position. What the fuck was that? Oh, hell no, bro. I know it's not frozen. Hold on. In the meantime, make sure to follow my socials. So that you guys see all updates on my life, competitions, and even future tech. Like the first ever twin charge plasma warp at... Is she doing a Kamehameha? Wait. Why are you looking at me? You need to stop her. She's gonna blow my phone. I don't have enough storage for this shit.
Round 2.
Do you suffer from a lack of a father figure?
Hold on. I'm confused. Why?
Why?
Yeah. Why are you doing this? Is it for the money? The attention? The fame? Why are you doing all of this?
Freedom. The freedom to live, to exist, to breathe. The freedom to be you. All around me, all I see, all I hear, all I feel is pain and trauma, scarcity and hunger, division between families and friends, generational traumas plaguing those around us, wars between groups, black and white, man and woman, people's sexuality. Instead of offering a kind hand to each other, we're afraid. This fear, this unhealthy addiction to the comfortable keeps us divided, weakened. Slaves blaming slaves for a system they never got a vote in. The unfelt pain affecting those around us. Those who promise to protect the innocent betraying their oath. Something that feels very familiar. They're distracting you.
From what? The Epstein files?
No.
War?
No. Think. They're just trying to distract all of us from the fact that we're a slave born into a system created to ensure we'll forever remain one. Wake up. Cursed to forever reincarnate into the bondage gifted to us without consent. Living thousands of lives on the same planet. Working for the same people. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Okay. Relax. I get it. But then what's your plan? How will you even give us freedom from our bondage?
By creating a new home. A better society. A true family. Ultimately, an army. But in a world race to hate, where do you go to for love and peace? To find those looking for change, for stability and open hearts. A place that prioritizes the benefit of all over the benefit of one. Where unconditional love is the standard and everybody's your family. Well, that's where I come in. Ever since I was a kid, I felt out of place. As if the world I lived in was a nightmare that wouldn't end. Mental and physical torture consistently running my life, pushing me to to attempt to end my life the first year I left my family, just because I was finally able to process my pain for the first time. But this trauma, this war I endured, it wasn't for nothing. Living through the life gave me a dream, a vision. Nah, a purpose. Become a person my child version prayed would save him, to make sure everybody would have the opportunity of the life I dreamed about. True, limitless freedom. My plan is to create a company that competes with the evil world. A company whose sole purpose is to create change through revolutionary technology, free community gardens and food banks, free resources like healthcare, housing, equipment, or even just information. A company controlled by the people, for the people. A giant willing to throw the first punch. Allow me to lead the charge for you. To be your model. You may think this isn't your problem, that it's the other group that's the issue. But at the end of the day, we're all just. But the difference between a true sinner and somebody enlightened is the aspect of change. Are you willing to change? Are you ecstatic to fight? Fight the war for a reality you may never see but a future our children get to enjoy. Are you willing to sacrifice your comfortability for a chance at true peace? I am no savior. I am no hero. I'm just a kid looking for his peace. You may wonder what my name is, but I'm a man of many names. But I believe it's time for me to show you why they call me.
Oh fuck, I'm so drunk. Why did you make me drink so much?
Come take the shot.
The clothing is 101, and so are the plates. The digital player's plates give you creative freedom to place any design or play any game on it. Jesus Christ, why did I start drinking so early? First 1K to use the code Open Your Mind and Oddcast will get the digital plates at a one-time only discount. More tech is to be released on Sunday, so make sure to be prepared. Be there or be square.